Today, I am here to give y'all my full-on predictions for the 2025 Austrian Grand Prix. I believe it's going to be very chaotic like it was last year, where we saw Max Verstappen and Lando Norris colliding in the closing laps of the race, where we saw George Russell sneak past and pick up the win for Mercedes. And they went on a little tear during the summer last year. If you can remember, they won that race. They won the British Grand Prix, and they also won the Belgian Grand Prix. Russell crossed the line as P1, but later on got disqualified for below weight. Hamilton got the win, Piastri P2. The point is, though, Mercedes during the summer is really hot, and I would refrain from betting against him, but he got Max Verstappen in the field, so you can never count him out. But enough said here, and on to the intro we go. As I said just a couple of moments ago, if you are a betting person, I would refrain from betting against Mercedes because of their recent success in 2025, winning the 2025 Canadian Grand Prix, which happens to be the most recent Grand Prix with George Russell and Kimi Antonelli, young 18-year-old driver from Bologna, finished third, and he is on the uprise. So Mercedes right now in 2025 is hot. But if you go back in calendar year, they won here in Austria with George Russell. Yes, they had some help with Lando Norris and Max Verstappen colliding and Russell getting through and winning the race. They also won the British Grand Prix and also won the Belgian Grand Prix. So the summer months and Mercedes was just a good dynamic duo, if you will. So they got a lot of momentum, but I think Max Verstappen and Red Bull have a point to prove. They're going to their home track in Austria, and I think Max Verstappen is going to make a big statement to both McLaren drivers that, hey, you're going to have to fight me for the championship this year. And I think Max Verstappen, if he wins this, and the predictions follow as I think in real life, I think that Verstappen's easily going to be in the mix after the summer break. He is still a significant margin behind Piastri in the standings, but 2 or 3 races where it's down the drain for McLaren and not winning a Grand Prix at all, Verstappen's right in it. So it's going to be an epic finish to the 2025 season. So yeah, Verstappen wins, George Russell P2, P3 Oscar Piastri, and not getting the win. Piastri has kind of been up and down this year. He has been definitely by far the best McLaren driver. But it comes to show that the McLaren cars are not as good as people make them out to be. Alrighty, here P4, Lando Norris. P5, Charles Leclerc. P6, Carlos Sainz. Carlos Sainz right now is in a very pivotal position. He came over to Williams after leaving Ferrari, which I believe he was done wrong there because he was dropped for Lewis Hamilton. And look how well Hamilton's doing. I mean, in sarcasm, Hamilton is not doing much at Ferrari. And I think they really got robbed there by Mercedes. P7 will be Kimi Antonelli, and P8 Alex Albon, P9 Lewis Hamilton, and P10 Fernando Alonso. Big takeaways here: no Alpine in the points, no Haas, no V-Carb. I know V-Carb is probably the biggest surprise as of lately. Isaac Hadjar had a very bad fluke back in Canadian Grand Prix weekend, and he's going to be looking to bounce back and have a good weekend, especially with Max Verstappen on the cusp of getting a race ban because of 11 penalty points going towards his name. But remember, folks, after the Austrian Grand Prix race weekend, Verstappen will have 1 point taken off. So we have a little bit of wiggle room, but not much more, because the next one that will come off will be following the Mexican Grand Prix, which will be all the way at the end of October this year. So Verstappen is going to have to be a good little driver until then, and I would say the odds of him getting a race ban are still significantly high, and I think it will happen at some point. So Isaac Hadjar better stay on his toes and do really well, because who knows? He may not get the call after all. It could be Liam Lawson, or it could be the Red Bull protege, Arvid Lindblad. Remember that name, folks. He's going to be in Formula One. It may be next year, maybe in 2 years, but he's going to be in Formula One, and he will be a force to reckon with. But I'm done with this Red Bull propaganda because as long as Max Verstappen's there, he's going to be torturing his teammate. So there you go there. Yuki Tsunoda outside the points. Another bad weekend, same for Pierre Gasly. But Max Verstappen wins the 2025 Austrian Grand Prix.